Mkani-Mpolweni has moved from the Lebombo Border post between South Africa and Mozambique and is on her way to the Oshoek border between South Africa and Swaziland. She's currently at the Nkomazi Plaza to give us an update, and she's been waiting patiently for us to cross to her. Sibongile, we understand border hours have been extended to accommodate the number of people going through the two border posts. Could you give us the latest, please?
Yes, good afternoon. The borders, all borders in Mpumalanga have extended their hours to 24 hours a day. Now the border doesn't close at night. It means it's operating from night till daytime with two shifts of workers, staff rotating within those hours. But they've told us, especially at Lebombo, where we're from, that traffic has not been heavy as it used to be in previous years, and they've attributed this to the economic climate of the country as well as the bus strike that is currently happening. Right now we are at the Nkomazi Plaza, which is on the N4 en route to Lebombo, but we are going in the different direction of Oshoek, which is another border gate that is in Mpumalanga, border gate leading to Swaziland. That's where the Deputy Minister of Transport will be this afternoon. We are going there right now. Earlier we spoke to the MEC of Community Safety in the province. They've told us, together with the Provincial Commissioner of Police, that law and order is restored in our roads. There has been no major crashes and lesser arrests of drunk driving and speed, as we know that there are roadblocks set on all major roads in the province. But now all roads are heading to the Oshoek border post.
We certainly want to thank you very much for that that update on what's happening in that part of the world. As you can hear, the economic climate as well as the bus strike affecting traffic. Now, we've got another colleague of ours, Lebombo Border from Mafikeng. She's at the Ramatlabama border post to give us the latest on the traffic flow in and out of neighboring Botswana. Good morning, Lebo. Could you give us the latest from the Northwest Province?
Absolutely. Good morning, Kendall. Well, what I can tell you is that the Ramatlabama border post, that is just about 30 kilometers from the capital city, Mahikeng, has been very, very slow. We were here since yesterday. Even in the evening, we were here trying to monitor the situation. If I can just ask our camera operator, Mr. Fanny Moses, to pan to my left-hand side, just to show you how quiet it is at this border. Last night, we observed just about one or two taxis ferrying travelers from Botswana into South Africa, one or two buses. Really normal border operations, Kendall. But what I can tell you is that the Department of Community Safety and Transport Management has gone all out to make sure that there is quite law and order on our roads. As you remember, Kendall, just last Saturday, the province lost about 12 lives that were taken in a car crash between a taxi and a car. And you remember that those people, we're not sure when they will be laid to rest because they were burned to death, and as a result, there needs to be a process of DNA testing to identify who they are. But speaking to travelers from Botswana into South Africa, quite a lot of them very excited to be spending their Easter period here in South Africa. Some of them here on church visits, some of them here on sporting activities and other festivities. But talking about church, Kendall, we also spoke to some very disappointed congregants of the Zion Christian Church. You remember that every year thousands of them descend on Limpopo province in Moria, their headquarters, to observe this sacred period to them. But of course, there's a national bus strike that is currently underway, and many of them use those buses to travel from Moria to the different provinces and from the different provinces to Moria. So they have been very, very, very immensely disadvantaged as a result of that bus strike. And But I can also mention is that my colleagues Sendlengli as well as Fanny Moses have been covering the bus story ever since it started, and they've spoken to bus management here in the province, telling them that the bus strike is costing them 300,000 rand every single day. Kendall, that is quite a great loss to the bus company. But of course, to balance the story, they've also spoken to some of the shop stewards, some of the representatives of the workers, and they're crying, pleading for a salary increase. They want 15,000 rand per month, but also of importance is that they want to be considered, and they want this important fact to be considered, that when they travel long distances, case in point from Mahikeng to Moria, they want assistance. So they want 2 bus drivers to be on one bus, helping each other to drive back and from such places, so as to avoid you can imagine the different car accidents that we see on the road during this Easter period. I can also highlight that the community safety management and transport management will be across the province today, making sure that there's quite a lot of law and order in the province. With that, it's back to you in studio, Kendall.
Well, Lebogeng, thank you so much for that comprehensive report there from Lebogeng Khosili at the Rabat-Labama border post, talking about how quiet it's been with the traffic between Botswana and South Africa there. Earlier, before that, we had Sibongile Mkani-Mpolweni speaking to us from Mpumalanga. Now we also have traffic volumes from Joburg heading up to KZN peaking. Ishmael Mudiba has moved from the Bergville Plaza and is now at the popular Montrose halfway station to give us the latest. Ishmael?
Well, yes, good afternoon. We are here at the Montrose on the N3 and in Harrismith, where there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of buses and trucks and cars of people who are moving in various directions. But with me, I've got one of the pilgrimage churchgoer who's going to tell us where is she going and what has she observed so far on the road. I've got Esther Mashian who's going to explain to us. Esther, tell us, where are you going and how's the traffic on the way?
I'm going to Durban as Wamashu. The traffic is on the way. It's still all right and such.
No, Sharon. Yeah. Can you look at my direction? Tell us about the traffic. How's the traffic on the way?
The traffic right in the lane is hambagatle. Amapoisa alapha ya monitor everything hambagatle, and then everything is so sharp as an accident. Yeah, we are still going through because now see Montrose, but now see straight Wamashu Esontweni.
Well, there you have it, one of the motorists who's a churchgoer on her way to various destinations. But on my right, I've got another motorist who's going to tell us her name and surname and where is she from and where is she going and what's the traffic on the road. Melissa, good day. Can you tell us where are you from and where are you going?
Hello, my name is Melissa Stolle from Johannesburg. I'm headed to Durban. So far what I've seen on the road is everything is clear. There's cops everywhere. So it's a bit hard to speed. So that's why we haven't met anything like accidents or anything. It's good out there.
And besides, we've got Kagiso on the other side to tell us where is she going and how's the view, how's the impression of the traffic so far. Kagiso.
Okay, the traffic is flowing well, and we've seen lots of traffic police on the road, so it's well. We are okay with that. Yes, thanks.
Well, that is the view from the motorists who are passing by on this Montrose on the N3, just giving us a perspective of what they've observed on the road so far. Earlier in the morning, around 6 o'clock, we have been driving around on the N3 just to see for ourselves and check to see how the flow of traffic is. And I can assure you that from 6 o'clock up until now,
what a pity. We've just lost our link to Ishmael Mudiba there out in Montrose. It's really good to be hearing that, as in the words of one of his guests, cops are everywhere and it's really hard to speed, which is good.